Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigval here and welcome back to another video. We're going to take a look at some solid fights here and we're going to open up with the Clean Up Mr. Freeze fight. So here we're using Mr. Freeze plus Vixen plus Classic Wonder Woman. We have a level 9 Beta Level Mr. Freeze and a level 9 God Killer and level 4 Prometheum Sword for passive stats. The Vixen here is not gonna be that relevant, but I didn't really have anything else to give him for more damage, so Vixen will have to do here, and it might actually be enough. And the Classic Wonder Woman is obviously there for more crit damage. And we got him in the corner, and here we're just going to do the jump attack spam into special 2. We're not yet at full stacks, the damage starts to ramp up already, and we're just waiting. We're seeing the high dot values fly up. I tried to do a swipe down there to keep him in there, but sadly he did a jump attack, and there we go. That's gonna be as much damage as we're gonna do here. 6.66. Oh boy, that's quite a dangerous number, am I right? And I don't know why we hit that specifically, because right now it was a little bit lower. I'm not sure what influences that. Maybe how many debuffs are on the opponent, because it's just a very small difference. So I'm thinking it depends on how many debuffs are on the opponent and how much base attack we get from Vixen. Because you can basically see how little difference Vixen makes. That's the difference between having 1 disabled stat, 3 disabled stacks or 4 on the enemy. So not much. But yeah, we managed to kill this dude. It was close, but we managed to do so. And I think I'm gonna title this video the closest one-shot of my life, and that's not gonna be it. The first fight is definitely not gonna be it, because we got a closer one incoming. But for this one, we're going to have a League of Anarchy cleanup here. We have Dark Metal cards on Harley at level 6. I love this artifact on my League of Anarchy. We have the previously mentioned artifacts for the passive stats. And we have a 7-star Predator Batman to allow us to have longer stun, so we can get our last hit on the stun as well. And the enemy Harley doesn't do anything except for having Berserk, which allows her to deal more damage depending on the fullness of her power bar, but that doesn't really matter because it's still a tier 1 boss, so the damage that she deals is gonna be nothing. I think I could have easily tanked it with Harley and not even failed the damage, but you know, better safe than sorry. Get that Predator Batman in there, get him to tank it. And yeah, there we go, job's done. They could have done so much more damage, but I really needed them to do this cleanup over here. That opened boss Deadshot. So here with boss Deadshot, I'm gonna use the Grodd's Brainiac team to try and one-shot him and Beta Club on Grodd. And boy, did I mess this one up so damn badly. I did such a terrible job against this one. Also, we'll deal significantly lower damage here because we're at a class disadvantage, and when there's a class disadvantage and we're using Beta Club, that disadvantage is going to basically count twice. So that's not ideal. But we're starting by stacking Lethal with Brainiac. We're trying to push him to the corner here. Combo interrupt again. Keep pushing him. And I mess up the combo interruption, I get hit. You can see that it's not going too well. It's 2 minutes and 15 seconds left and we have only 2 lethal stacks. And he disabled my special one. Then I messed up combo interruption again. 3 stacks at 2 minutes and 5 seconds. This is not going well. At this point we should approach 10 lethal stacks if we wanna have any chance of dealing any damage. Another special one in there. Combo interrupt again. Another special one. Combo interrupt again, another special one. At this point I think I got pissed off and I was sitting straight on my chair. I was intensely looking at the monitor. We're not further messing this one up. And here's the special one there again. That's fine, another special one of ours. I really wanted to get all the lethal attack damage out of the way before he used super move. There we go, 10 lethal stacks at 1 minute and 30 seconds left, or even less than that. That's not good at all. That's like 30 seconds late. But we got Grodd in there finally. Let's see if Grodd has a better time against this dude. This was very sloppy on my part, and this is a fight that's not a hard fight, but if you do mistakes it can be very punishing and very annoying to deal with. I'm trying to push him to the corner here. And I failed the combo interruption on Grodd as well. There we go. At least we have shield here, so we don't get staggered by these specials when we fail to combo interrupt. We're starting to deal a lot of damage, but there's only 50 seconds on the clock, and at this point I was sure I was not gonna one-shot this. I was pretty pissed off about it, at myself, not at the enemy, because I did the mistakes. But the fight keeps going. I'm trying to do my best here. I messed up there a bit, but it's gonna be fine. Messed up again, and he did a little bit of a block there, and I messed up to combo and dropped him after the swipe down. I'm not too good at that, and we re-engage the combo. Again, another mistake. Only 20 seconds on the clock. This is pointless. I'm just gonna try to deal as much damage as possible to make this fight easier for the cleanup team afterwards. But what if we actually kill him, by the way? What if after all the mistakes that we did, we actually killed him? There might still be a chance if we get lucky on the dot values. And there we go. 5 seconds on the clock. Just doing basics in there. And then one special one to finish off if the dot was enough. And with 0.1 seconds on the clock, we actually managed to kill him. I did not believe for 1 second until the last 10 seconds of the fight that I stood any chance to kill that dude. And we got Blade Master Robin and Regen Matrix for it. That's absolutely amazing, guys. But yeah, moving on. So we have this boss here, Sub-Zero. And when you look at it at first glance, you might be like, there's no way you can use Raven here, because Raven needs to tag in and out, and you need to refresh Darkness, and because he has the thing where he increases your tagging cooldown, you're not gonna be able to refresh Darkness properly. Actually, you are able to refresh it properly, because even though the tagging timer is longer, it's not longer by that much, and I don't think it scales with the Heroic level, and even if it did, this is Heroic 7, so it doesn't get worse than this, or you're gonna have quite an easy time tagging in and out, actually. It's just a very small increase. It's gonna be rough for teams like Multiverse team, let's say, or sort of Banshee team that really needs to tag in as soon as it's out of cooldown on normal fights. But for Raven team, it's fine. She can definitely do some work with those Darkness stacks and not lose them. Special 2 in there, and we get hit again. Another special 2 in there. There we go, 28 mil. Special 1. And I messed up there and I got hit a bit. It's fine, we're taking no damage anyway. This man is quite fast with his combos, not gonna lie. Like, when I one-shot him like this, it's not a problem, but on my secondary account, it was a nightmare trying to chip him off with the Batman Ninja team. Trying another jump attack there, block into a jump attack, another special 2. 81 mil dot damage, that's definitely not too bad. Another special 1 in there. Trying to get him to 1 HP, so that then we can let him deal some damage to us. And I think he's quite close to it. Jump attack, and yeah, there we go, he's sitting on 1 HP at this point. So we're going to actually allow him to get some hits in there, because I want to make sure that the game doesn't think we're hacking, because it tends to do that when I'm using the beta club. And the way to do that, and trust me, I know this from somebody who is hacking the game actually. If you're literally hacking the game, there's a way to bypass their entire system that's put in place. You basically wait until there's below 1 minute left in the fight, and you let one of your characters die, and you're pretty much guaranteed in most scenarios to not get unusual gameplay. Please do not put this information to wrong use, by the way, but yeah. There we go. And it sucks that unusual gameplay triggers randomly and people who are hacking the game just know for a fact I have to do this every single fight, and the people who are not hacking the game just get hit by it randomly. They're like, bro, excuse me? But yeah, moving on to the next fight, we're going to fight Raiden over here. We're going to try and deal as much percentage health damage as we can. As you can see, I'm not using Batman the Drowned. It's not worth using her really without Brainiac. It just doesn't provide enough damage. And you get a huge downside of having the underwater area and having the enemy spam jump attacks and ranged attacks, boy. I kind of doubt they will switch the way it works to not allow the enemy to have that annoying gameplay, but I would really hope. It would make her such a better character if that thing no longer happens. Yeah, super move here to get back in final form. We're going to see if there's any percentage health left. It wasn't, so we're going to get Deathstroke in there. Here actually do have some passive stat artifacts, which is gonna be something to keep in mind for later in the fight. Come on, chopped again. As usual, I'm waiting for him to do his super move, so that I can get the clones in there afterwards, because we don't want the clones to get in there before he uses super move. And there we go, my man. Oh, what is... Oh no, this is gonna be terrible. Look, I know I know, what was I thinking putting the level 7 God Killer on Horrific Scarecrow? Didn't I expect this would happen? Well, my bad. Definitely my bad in that regard. We're going to proceed to take absolutely no damage here. Should have really put the God Killer. He got killed pretty fast in tier 1, but in tier 1 we were against, I think, Harley. The first fight we had against her. I think it was the Deathstroke team against Harley, and we had no trouble dying there, and that was mainly because she had Berserk, but I forgot that she had Berserk. So here, we're going to take a long ass time to get any clones in there. Come on, come on, you're almost there, my dudes. There we go, first clone in there, took us only 1 minute to die. Going great. Special 2 in there. Trying to gap close. Our special 2 in there. We're going to block that. The good part to this is that the clones also don't get damaged a bit, but that doesn't help because there's not much time left in the fight for them to do anything. Re-engage the combo. Another special 2 in there. Trying to gap close a bit. Another special 2 in there. And carefully gap closing. Come on, come on, come on. Do a jump attack. There we go. I hate when they do ranged attacks, because when he does a jump attack here, even though jump attacks are not desirable because they can use specials after them, if I'm using the special while using the jump attack, he can't do that. So that's actually preferable. Our special 2 in there. And there I should have actually left the clone there trying to do another special 2, but actually no, the base Deathstroke did it as well, so that was good. But overall we didn't do as much damage as I would have wanted to. Here we're going to do a little bit of damage with Manta. He was the only team left and we're just going to try to do as much damage as possible. I had Power Girl here to transition a little bit faster into the special 2 spam gameplay because I have the level 5 Jokerized Batarangs and Power Girl was just available and I didn't really have anything else to give to this team. But I don't think she did that much for this team, I'm gonna be honest. I really don't think she did that much and we messed up a bit ourselves. But the idea is to get him low enough so that Mr. Freeze can one-shot him without any serious supports after the pip refresh. And without serious support, I mean without Brainiac or Raven to leave those characters available for other fights. And I think we were successful enough in achieving that. But yeah, well, that being said, thanks so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you dislike it. And the last contract is actually close enough to ending, I think. So let me know in the comments if you think that they will release the new soul raids of Zatanna, like after the soul raid, because I think they might. Most likely they might release a new soul raid, so let me know in the comments if you're excited about that, if you want to get Zatanna, or if you don't think they will release those soul raids now and will put something else and then release the Zatanna soul raids. But yeah, thanks so much for watching it again, and I failed to combo and chop yet again. This fight was a little bit of a mess, I was not paying too much attention, to be fair, not my best fights. But yeah, it is what it is, we did well enough, and goodbye!
This is the future.